Happy Switch 2 week, everybody. The Nintendo Switch 2 is just days away, and who knows, by the time you see this video, perhaps the Switch 2 is already comfortably sitting inside of your house. Isn't that a good feeling? Because guys, let's face it, the Switch 2 is probably the most hyped console in a long time. And plus it's important to keep in mind, the OG Switch came out, what, 8 years ago? So we are long overdue for an actual Switch upgrade because, well, in other words, that Switch Pro, yeah, it never happened. Which is fine with me because now we get to start an entirely new console generation with the Switch 2, and I cannot be more excited. Okay, so about a week or two ago, I created a video detailing my Switch 2 launch day plans, where I'm basically just trying to express my excitement because maybe you're looking to get excited as well. Because, well, it's a big day, I've made that clear. But the thing I didn't really talk about too much in that video are the games I'm actually planning on playing. And guys, I gotta be honest, since I've uploaded that video, my launch day plans have expanded quite a bit. And well, that's going to include quite a few games that I'm going to be buying myself for launch day. And that's the point of this video. Every Nintendo Switch 2 game I'm buying for launch. Okay, so let's jump right into it. And this time, I promise, I'm going to include some gameplay footage. So grab a coffee, grab a drink, grab a piece of pizza, whatever you want to put inside your mouth, and enjoy. Okay, so starting out, the first game I'm actually buying on the eShop, drumroll please, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. I know, either I'm an idiot or I'm an idiot. You guys decide. Either way, it's the right answer because what kind of person is going to be spending $10 on a tutorial game for the Switch 2 that should have been included in the box to begin with? This idiot right here, guys. And honestly, speaking as a YouTuber, no shame, because I'm going to be saving you $10. Instead, I'm going to be spending the money myself and giving you a complete playthrough slash first look, first impressions, whatever you want to call it, and basically just show you what all the non-hype is about. But hey, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little excited. I mean, I'm not excited to spend $10 on something that should have been free, but I am excited to see what the Welcome Tour is all about because I'm definitely a sucker for gimmicky features. Okay, I'm not going to call the mouse a gimmicky feature, but let's be honest, most people are going to be using the Joy-Con or even the Switch Pro 2 controller like me day to day. But hey, sometimes you will be using mouse functionality, sometimes you'll be taking advantage of HD Rumble 2, and well, that's the whole point of the Welcome Tour, is to welcome you to the Switch 2 and basically show you everything that it does. So, not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited to check it out. And hey, I'm just saying, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe right below. It's free. Because get this, if all goes well, I'm planning on uploading my Welcome Tour video like the day of the Switch 2 launch. So stay tuned. That is if I get my Switch 2 on launch day. There's always a chance Walmart could mess up, but they charged my card the other night, and I don't see any delays. I've been checking obsessively, so fingers crossed, knock on wood, everything seems to be going pretty well for me, which I'm very thankful for. Okay, next game, and definitely the biggest game of the launch. Like, this is a system seller. It's literally a system seller. Mario Kart World, which is $80 by itself. But I used my brain cells, and I went with the Mario Kart World bundle of the Switch 2, which actually saves me $30. Now, I'm not going to defend Nintendo when I say this, but I feel like a lot of people are ignoring the obvious. Like, if an $80 Mario Kart World game is really getting you that upset, then why not just buy the bundle? You're literally saving $30. $30! So in a way, you're getting Mario Kart World for what, like 50 bucks? Plus tax. But still, like, there is no need to complain about Mario Kart World if you're going for the bundle. Now, if you're buying it separately, trust me, I get it, $80 is a lot of money. But you have to factor in, like, how much money have you spent in other games? Like Fortnite and Warzone. Me? Guys, I have no shame in saying this. I have spent hundreds of dollars on Valorant skins because I'm obsessed with Valorant. Valorant is my go-to game. And guys, there's people out there who spend literally thousands of dollars on things like Fortnite skins and Warzone skins. So I'm just saying, yeah, $80 is a lot of money, but is it going to break you? Probably not, and I hope not, and I say this respectfully. Like, if you can't spend $80 in Mario Kart World, well, then my best advice is to wait on the Switch 2 a little bit, save up some money on the side, and buy it when you're financially ready. That's my best advice. Again, I'm not defending Nintendo or whatever, but like, yeah, it's a lot of money, but Who cares, you know? You spend money, you make it back, that's life. Get a job, just saying. All right, next up. I'm sure that comment's gonna piss some people off, but it's the truth. Work for your money, spend that money. That's life, guys. Or actually, hold on, and then I promise I'll get back on track. Sell something. I guarantee you have something in your house, literally collecting dust. Sell that 1 or 2 items or whatever, and make 80 bucks on eBay. It's not that hard. So, there you go. You just gotta be smart about it, that's all. Hey, I'm telling you things that other people are scared to say. I've got no filter. Sonic X Shadow Generations. Now, yes, I'm playing it in the background. No, that's not a coincidence. I loved Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. I don't have strong memories of Sonic Adventure 2, and actually I may have sold that one because it didn't really mean that much to me. But Sonic Adventure for me, back on the Dreamcast in 1999, as a younger David, before the days of YouTube, this game blew my mind. To have a true 3D Sonic game with terrible voice acting, I loved every minute of it. The controls were a little sloppy, but it was still a great entryway into the world of Dreamcast. And I loved that game. I'll never forget the first time I played it. I'm pretty sure it was GameStop. I played that and Ready to Rumble Boxing. Guys, the Dreamcast blew my mind. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Dreamcast. I have an entire Dreamcast video right below. Check it out. Anyway, Sonic X Shadow Generations, getting back on track here. There's one big reason I'm buying this game, and that's because I have not truly enjoyed a 3D Sonic game since 1999. Yes, it's been that long. Sonic Adventure was literally the last 3D Sonic game that I truly fell in love with, and according to the videos I've watched and things I've read online, apparently Sonic X Shadow Generations, I keep wanting to say Shadows, Shadow Generations is incredible. Like, apparently it's a really good, solid Sonic 3D game, and I am just so excited to check it out. Now, will I be playing that on day one? Honestly, probably not. There's a good chance I'm gonna get that game key card. Yes, I went with the physical version. No shame, I'm not upset about the game key card situation at all. I live and work at home. I'm usually on a Wi-Fi connection, so me personally, game key cards, not a bother for me whatsoever. If anything, I like having the physical case on my shelf, and that's all I'll say in this video. But hey, with that said, if you want me to make a video detailing my thoughts on the whole game key card situation, let me know. I'm a little scared to make that video, because I feel like a lot of people would get really, really upset with me. I'm just saying how it is. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. Anyway, yes, I'm going to be getting that on Thursday. As long as Amazon gets it here in time, I don't see why not. But obviously, Mario Kart World is going to take up most of my time on day one. By the way, I didn't really talk about Mario Kart World. I was so focused on the price. Yeah, guys, I'm so excited for that. We have not had a truly new Mario Kart game since the Wii U days. And no, I don't count 8 Deluxe. Yes, it was a fantastic game. It was the biggest Mario Kart game to date. But they milked it a little too much. That's me milking a cow. That's a tiny... Anyway. Yes, guys, I'm most excited for the free roam mode. I just want to drive around, find collectibles, and just chill on my couch and be like, yo, this is pretty sweet. This is pretty sweet. Because I just beat Doom the Dark Ages the other night, and I'm still trying to beat Cynthia in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. So I'm just so ready to just chill on my couch and play a relaxing game like Mario Kart World. Aside from having a blue shell rammed up my ass, that's okay. That's okay. I'm just so excited to just sit down on my couch and free roam and enjoy myself. Next up, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. This is probably the least exciting game I'm buying. In terms of a physical copy, and yes, it is a game key card. Again, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. But I did buy Puyo Puyo Tetris on the OG Switch back around launch. So I figured it's kind of tradition at this point. Why not buy it? I realized Puyo Puyo Tetris is the kind of game where, you should probably buy it on the eShop because it's more of a casual puzzle game. Meaning there's moments where I feel like playing Tetris, I gotta find the case, put the game in, bada bing, bada boom, launch the game instead of just going to the eShop library and launching the game right there. But still, I wanted some kind of physical game. And yes, it's a total coincidence. Sonic and Puyo Puyo just happen to be made by Sega. So, Sega! I'm excited. Okay, Fast Fusion, which I believe is the sequel. I don't know if you can call it a sequel, but it's like Fast RMX, which was another OG Switch launch title. You guys see a trend here? Yeah, between Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S and now Fast Fusion. I'm just trying to continue the OG Switch tradition, where I just kind of buy similar games because I want to relive those moments. And apparently Fast Fusion is really good. Like, visually speaking, it's probably one of, if not the best looking Switch 2 games at launch. Apparently it runs at like 4K, 60 frames per second. Can you believe that? Let me say that again. We're getting 4K 60 on a Nintendo console. And people wonder why it's an expensive handheld. Guys, you're paying for premium. You're paying for power. You're playing with power, or whatever they said years ago. But guys, seriously, Fast Fusion looks incredible. I don't know if it's a game I'll obsess over, like I'm going to obsess over Mario Kart World. But hey, it looks like a visually stunning game. And when you compare it to every other game, I believe it only goes for like $15. $15 is nothing. Nothing. Guys, I can drop that money in a day at places like Sheetz, Wawa, and Rudders. But yeah, anyway, Fast Fusion actually looks really good, so I'm excited to play it. And those are the 5 launch titles that I'm buying for the Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, Mario Kart World, Sonic X Shadow Generations, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, and Fast Fusion. But I do have some quick bonus mentions that I want to talk about briefly, because, well, as you may know, many Switch 1 games are getting the Switch 2 upgrade treatment. So we're getting, you know, higher frame rates, higher textures, we're getting 4K support, 60 frames per second. Like, guys, it's going to be really, really nice. So first up is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. My favorite Zelda game of all time. I absolutely loved that game on Switch 1. And I'm by no means like a Zelda fanboy, but man, do I love Breath of the Wild. Cheers to that. Plus, I'm thirsty. It works out. Anyway, guys, the fact that Breath of the Wild is going to be running in, I believe, 1440p, 60 frames per second, that's incredible. Now, would I prefer 4K? Of course, but I play a pretty good distance from my living room TV, so to get 1440p, 60 frames, that's good enough for me. Honestly, I would have been fine with 1080p at 60. But guys, I am so excited to play through that again. And the same goes for Tears of the Kingdom. That's also getting a 60 frames per second, 1440p, I believe, upgrade. But unlike Breath of the Wild, I never finished Tears of the Kingdom. So this is my chance. Now, I don't see myself playing through both games back to back because as much as I love Breath of the Wild, by the time I beat it, I'm sure I'll want to play something different. I don't want to burn myself out. So yeah, I mean, there's a good chance I'll go back to, like, I don't know, Mario Kart World or Sonic X Shadow Generations, and then I'll pick up Tears of the Kingdom eventually. I mean, I have it technically because I'm an NSO expansion pack member. Shout out to my friend Oracle for hooking me up with an annual membership. Dude, you're insane. Thank you so much. Next up is Super Mario Odyssey. Probably gonna get some hate for this one. The game's overrated. I enjoyed Odyssey quite a bit, but I didn't get that enjoyment factor that I got, you know, from like 64, Sunshine, and even Galaxy. And I own Galaxy 2. I never actually beat Galaxy 2. To go through Super Mario Odyssey again with higher fidelity, and increased texture resolution, I'm pretty sure we're getting that. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be really nice. And I believe Odyssey already runs at 60 frames per second on OG Switch, so I don't really have any like visual complaints about Odyssey. But I'm definitely excited to go through it again at some point, and who knows, maybe I'll enjoy my second playthrough more than I did my first. It's not a bad game. I mean, I mentioned this in previous videos, but I do strongly believe like Odyssey is a lot of fun, but the level design, I just felt like it was too wide open, too empty, and I wanted more to do. And again, I didn't get the vibe in Odyssey like I did from 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. So I'm hoping going through Odyssey again will reignite that love that I have for Mario games. But even then, I prefer another 3D Mario. Nintendo, come on, you're killing us here. You're taking way, way too long. But I have faith that we'll get a 3D Mario game sometime in 2026, and I'm sure it's going to kick my ass in the best way possible. And finally, last but not least, the only game on this list that I believe is not getting any kind of Switch 2 upgrade treatment, unfortunately, but it doesn't really need it. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, for anyone who plays Animal Crossing, pretty sure you know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's one of the major limitations with the series. With Animal Crossing games, it's literally one island per Switch. Yes, 1 island per Switch. So hey, I figured I'm getting a new Switch, the Switch 2 in this case. Why not reignite my love for Animal Crossing New Horizons? Because I did download it on the eShop, and I still have a physical copy sealed. I'm just, you know, collecting it. But I do have it on the eShop, so I can just easily download it to my Switch 2 and start a new island. I figured, why not start fresh? Why not start anew? And I figured that's good. I mean, it's always a nice feeling to get a clean start on games like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and whatever else, you know? Because it's just that, a clean start, a fresh mindset, and hey, it's gonna be a good time. So guys, what do you think about my Switch 2 lineup? I am so excited. Not gonna lie, I'm still a little nervous that my Switch 2 is not gonna arrive on Thursday. But again, I was charged for it over the weekend. My Walmart order still says everything is looking good. So I think it's gonna be here Thursday. And hey, either way, stay tuned because I will definitely be creating a ton of Switch 2 content, you know, from the unboxing to the Switch 2 welcome tour. I'm even going to do an in-depth video showcasing the actual menu system of the Switch 2, which is strikingly similar to the Switch 1. I wish we'd get themes, but I think we're going to get themes soon. I really, really do believe we're going to get themes sometime in the next year between now and the end of 2026 or whatever. But hey, I figured that would be a fun video to make, you know, just to show what's new, what's not new, and all that stuff. So guys, with that said, happy Switch 2 week. This might be my last video before the Switch 2, and if it is, enjoy your Switch 2. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm going to be unboxing mine right here, giving you first impressions. So if you're not already subscribed, please do so. I appreciate it. And of course, like the video, please. Thank you. I don't really ask you guys to do that too often, but it really, really does help me out a lot because it pushes me out into the YouTube algorithm, especially lately. There's a lot of Switch 2 content out there, and it's easy to get lost in that shuffle. So I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Happy Switch 2 day. Enjoy your Switch 2, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.